how's it going, everybody? Super Duper Boy here, and today I am going to do a quick review of Solo: A Star Wars Story. So, for I guess like the first minute of this, I'm gonna do spoiler free and just give my straight up thoughts. I thought the movie was good. It was definitely very fun to watch, and I think the characters, all of them, were handled pretty well. And what else do I have to say which doesn't contain spoilers? It also definitely had a lot of references to other Star Wars type things. And it was just really fun to watch. Han Solo was good. Lando was good. And it was just a nice movie. It definitely did not have it didn't have galactic it wasn't like the whole galaxy was going to explode or something. It was definitely a smaller story is what I'm trying to say. It wasn't at such a big scale, but it was definitely fun to watch. Okay, let's get into the spoilers and my thoughts on each character. Spoilers ahead. Spoilers. Okay. So if you have not seen the movie, I advise you leave. Okay. So I'm glad Han Solo worked out, because I was a little worried because he didn't really look that much like Harrison Ford. So I wasn't sure how it was gonna go. But he acted like Han Solo pretty well. And it was quite surprising what happened in this movie. It was a little it was pretty surprising though that those two characters died so early. Still don't really know the names, but basically the four-armed monkey and that other woman. But yeah, it was pretty surprising that they died so early, because it seemed like from the trailers they would live on much further. And I was okay with the fact that they died. I was a little surprised though, and I kind of wish we got to know them more. Like, I think Rio was the monkey guy. Yeah, monkey guy, four-armed dude. Yeah, I liked his character, so it was a little sad to see him die. I also thought L3 was gonna survive. And when Beckett died at the end, I don't really remember exactly. I wasn't really sure why Han Solo shot him. I mean, I knew. Well, Beckett was enslaving Chewie, I think. But yeah, I did not see that coming. The shooting. So let's talk about the references. They referenced Aura Singh, which was a character in the Clone Wars, and there's a bunch of other references. A lot of them I didn't see because I don't really read Star Wars comics, but yeah, there was definitely a lot of references in that movie. But let's talk about the big part at the end, the part with Darth Maul. That was just very, very awesome to see. I mean, wow, that was pretty surprising when he came on screen, and he was definitely cooler than what he was like in Rebels. So that was definitely my favorite part of the movie, and I was glad they did it, because that's something that's kind of hard to handle, because there's a lot of people who have not seen the Clone Wars, and they have no idea, didn't he die? They would think, so they took a risk there, but definitely paid off. And he mentioned Dathomir, so that was definitely a very cool part of it. And another cool part was the whole entire Castle Run thing, and the whole entire thing in the Maw. That was very, very awesome, and it was quite crazy to see the Millennium Falcon just get completely wrecked there. But yes, it's just a very fun movie to watch. I was a little sad though when that ginormous space monster died in the Maw. It was a little sad, but yeah, there's not much I don't like about this movie, and I've been thinking about it. And there's really not much I dislike. I mean, the whole droid uprising, that was fun, but I wasn't really. I'm not really sure about that. That was kind of probably one of the low points. I think it was a little too goofy, and I don't know if it really needed to be there. I didn't hate it. It was okay, but it just wasn't my favorite part. And I guess at the beginning with that snake creature, that character was okay, but it was just another like slimy beast, basically. But really, there's not much that's bad about this movie. All the characters good. I thought Kira was good, and it actually tied into A New Hope pretty well because like I wasn't sure what was going to happen to these characters if they weren't in A New Hope, and it kind of makes sense. Of course, we did expect a lot of them to die, and they did die. Now, one thing I did notice, well, I didn't actually notice this while I was watching the movie, but I watched Star Wars Explained's review on this movie, and apparently the Solo name came from that Imperial Academy guys, so it wasn't actually his last name, which is a little bit interesting. I mean, I think he could have gotten the name in a better way besides just some random guy saying that's your name now. Like I thought that was his real last name, but it's not. So that's interesting. And I didn't. What happened to the escape pod on the Millennium Falcon? I also did not expect that. I was thinking like at the end maybe somebody would escape on it and it would be all sad, but nope, it was used to feed that monster, that poor monster. But I don't understand that monster. It went after such a tiny little thing and got sucked up by the black hole. Right. I don't think I mentioned this. Like the Maw, Corellia, and some of these planets, they were pretty cool to see because Corellia has gotten a lot of mention in the comics. It's a big planet in Star Wars canon. So it's really cool to see that. And that's same with the Maw. The Maw was just a really awesome part. I'm not sure what was the place around the Maw called. I forgot, but it also started with an M. There's not as much Empire in this movie, but one part I actually did really like is the part where Han Solo was in the Empire and they had that war. It was just so cool to see it on the Imperial side. And it's like, even though those Imperial troopers were our main characters, like Han Solo and stuff, it was still cool because they were scared about it. Everybody, they weren't just a bunch of stormtroopers running in there and shooting. That I definitely liked that we got to see the other side to it, because usually they're on like the rebel side. But yeah, basically this movie was really good. I'm still not sure exactly where I'll put it on my ranking, but maybe third or fourth. I'm not sure if I like it more than Rogue One. I'm still gonna think about it. Honestly, I think I liked Rogue One a little more. Just Rogue One was kind of like a bigger story. It had the hallway scene. Of course, this had Darth Maul, but that was a little less than the hallway scene. But yeah, Darth Maul, the Darth Maul part was just literally the best. That was really cool. So, that is all I have to say about this movie. I hope you all have enjoyed, and I'll see you later.